Hello and welcome to BJA Ceramics. Hey, in this video I am cleaning my dirty pottery wheel. So come along with me and watch me clean my wheel. I have been working really hard. I have a couple of markets coming up and they're back to back. So I just had a lot of build up on my pottery wheel and just thought I needed to clean it off. So all of this junk you're seeing is just a whole maybe weeks of work trying to get things done as fast as I could for these shows that came up unexpectedly. So I don't know about you all, but I have a very busy schedule. Well, most of you probably do as well. You know, I work a full-time job and I try to do what I love on the side. I am an art teacher. I teach K through 8. And I also love pottery, and I love to sell my work. I love to go to different markets whenever I have the opportunity to. And sometimes doing pottery, making things on the wheel, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, especially when you work full time. I have a child that I have to care for, and life can become hectic sometimes. So I have a lot of work here from maybe a week or two of trying to get things done, and it just kind of got out of hand. So I'm just cleaning it up. As you can see, I have a lot of reclaimed clay there to process. So just dumping everything in my Target bag, and maybe one of these days I'll just show you how I reclaim my clay or recycle my clay. I have a lot of different types of clays that I use, and this is one of the white clays that I primarily use for throwing and making my mugs and my bowls and things like that. If you don't know much about pottery, it can get pretty messy, and you'll find yourself cleaning up like more than what you want to, and that just goes with the territory of working with clay. And I did spray down my clay here. I sprayed it down with water, and the reason why I spray it down with water is because you want to minimize some of the dust from the clay. So it is semi-wet. So I like to use my sponge to clean it off, and I'm using a what is my pottery wheel called? It's a Clay Boss. I have one of the bigger pottery wheels. And I can take up the trays off, but the room that I work in, my studio, is so small. It's very small that I just try to clean it out using my hand and a sponge to get everything off the trays instead of detaching the tray from the pottery wheel. It's just easier for me to do that way. And it's just more convenient, especially working in a small environment. So I'm grabbing the rest of it with my hands and putting it in the plastic there. And I don't know about how many people are watching me that knows a lot about pottery. I have so many Home Depot buckets because early on in my pottery journey, I used a lot of different clays. So I have so many Home Depot buckets of different types of clay. Some of it is a lot of low fire clay that I don't use anymore. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to get rid of some of this stuff. If you have any ideas to how to dispose of clay, let me know. Okay, all right. So I got all of the clay chips from the bottom part of my tray. Now I'm going to go and just clean off the wheel head with my water, spray it down, and just rub away. So when you're working with clay, dust has a tendency to get everywhere. So not only do you have to wash down your pottery wheel, it's important to wash down the tables that you're using, the shelves, washing down the shelves, washing the floors, because clay dust, it travels everywhere, and it's important to keep your studios as clean as you possibly can. Have some type of air purifier in there to kind of cut down on the dust that's in the room from just working on the pottery wheel. Like I said, it's a lot involved in working with pottery, but it is rewarding. I love doing this. I love creating things. I love learning. Each time I get on the pottery wheel, I learn something new about myself. I discover different forms. I discover different techniques on how to carve into my artwork, into the clay. So it's a lot of self discoveries working with clay. So now I just removed that top piece so that I can clean the bottom of it, because clay does get trapped down there too. And so yeah. I just want to also say thank you to everyone who has supported this channel. I'm still a very small channel, but that's okay. I do appreciate those of you who are supporting and are watching the videos. Thank you for that. Hopefully you're learning something from it. I try to provide something that is helpful to everybody, not only if you're into clay, but if you're not, hopefully this can help you in other areas as well. So I'm using that's something I bought from Home Depot as well. It's for painting, but it's really good for scraping off clay as well, that built up clay. So now I have the wheel head cleaned off and wiping down my trays too, getting down in those cracks. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly clean because I am going to use the same clay on this pottery wheel. I just didn't like how messy it looks. I like for it to be clean each time I start on it. But as I was telling you, I was working on some pieces and I had back-to-back shows and I just didn't have time to clean. I was just thinking of just, producing work, getting it done, hurrying up, that I didn't have time to go back and clean. Especially, like me, like I said, I work a full-time job. I have to get up in the morning around 5 o'clock. So I can't be on the pottery wheel all night. So cleaning up just had to wait this particular time. But normally I do clean up my pottery wheel. Let me know if you have issues of keeping your pottery wheel clean and how you're able to reduce some of the amount of dust in your studio. I do have an air purifier in my studio, so that helps a lot too. All right, looks like I am almost done. Yeah, I just need to do a few more things. I was also thinking about doing a studio tour. I saw online a lot of potters are doing studio tours, and I have a very small studio, as I mentioned, so I would like to show to people that you can function in a small studio. There's just some adjustments that you have to do when you're working in a very small space, but it is possible to do. So maybe I will, in the next couple of weeks, show my show my studio, so you can take a look at it and see exactly what I'm working with, and then you'll understand why, everything is so compact and why I clean my pottery wheel the way that I'm cleaning it. So that should be a fun video coming up in a couple of weeks. So right now, almost getting to the finish line of cleaning this pottery wheel. Also, I just wanted to mention that, when I process my mugs and things like that, for some reason I love to do everything on my pottery wheel. Not only do I throw my mugs and my bowls on my pottery wheel, but I also like to use my wheel to glaze. I like to use my wheel to attach my handles. I love to use my wheel to just making basic designs on the products that I make. So that's another reason why everything gets so messy too, because I do everything on my wheel. I don't know I do have I have tables in my pottery room, but for some reason I love being on the pottery wheel to do everything. And that is a little strange, but for some reason it's very comfortable for me to do. Yeah, I know. Okay, look, it is starting to look a lot better. Almost like a brand new pottery wheel. Look, it's starting to have a nice little shine on it. And I'm almost done. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to throw on this pottery wheel again once I get everything cleaned out. And I did buy a new bat system to go on my wheel here. And I'm excited to try that out in a few minutes as soon as I'm done with this video. I hope this video is educational for you. I know it's a little different to show someone cleaning a pottery wheel, but I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And again, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions about a video that you would like for me to make, please leave that in my in the description, and I will be more than happy to do that. All right, thank you, and have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.